Have you ever set big goals at the start of the year, only to abandon them a few weeks later? You're not alone. Every year, millions of us start with enthusiasm, bursting with excitement about what we're going to achieve. But then, something happens. The excitement fades, and progress feels slow. Frustration sets in. And before you know it, those ambitious goals are left behind, and we retreat back to the comfort of our old habits. So why does this cycle keep repeating itself, year after year? In this episode, we uncover the 10 major reasons why so many goals fail, and share actionable strategies to help you stay on track and break this pattern. We'll explore the hidden traps that derail progress and the key strategies to keep you motivated and focused on your goals. Let's dive in and turn those abandoned goals into lasting success. The first reason is expecting immediate results. Many people expect immediate results within just a few days or weeks after starting on a goal. Unfortunately, this expectation often leads to frustration and disappointment. Most meaningful and life-changing goals require sustained effort, patience, and consistency for a long time before any tangible results become evident. For instance, building a successful career, improving health and fitness, or mastering a new skill, progress is often slow and incremental. Real transformation typically unfolds over months, sometimes after years of dedicated work, with small wins accumulating over time to create significant change. Understanding and embracing this reality is key to maintaining motivation and perseverance on the journey toward achieving meaningful objectives. The second reason is lack of goal clarity. Think about it. If your goal isn't clear, how do you even begin? It's like setting out on a road trip without a destination or map. You end up wandering aimlessly, unsure of which direction to take or how to measure if you're making any progress at all. Vague goals like save money or become successful might sound good in theory, but they don't give your mind any sense of urgency. They feel overwhelming, and because there's no urgency or immediate payoff, it's easy to procrastinate such goals by saying, "I'll start tomorrow." But then tomorrow never comes because it pushed further each new day, and finally no action ever happens. Without clarity, your brain doesn't see the need to take any action, and without action, your motivation quickly fizzles out. The good news? When you make your goals specific and measurable, everything changes. Your mind knows exactly what you're aiming for, and you can break it down into small, achievable steps. That's when real progress begins. Let's illustrate this. Think of a goal like, "I want to save money this year." Let's analyze this goal. This goal is vague, because it doesn't specify how much money you want to save, how and by when. Without clear targets, it's difficult to motivate action, stay focused, and measure progress towards your goal. You can make this goal clear by restating as follows. I want to save $120 by December 31st, by setting aside $10 each month. This goal offers clarity and actionable steps. Second, think of a goal like, I want to save for a rainy day. This goal is not specific about how much you want to save, or what exactly you're saving for. It's hard to prioritize and allocate funds without a clear purpose. Let's restate this goal to make it clear. I want to save $1,200 for an emergency fund within the next 5 years, by cutting back on dining out and allocating $20 monthly. The restated goal is smart because it's specific, saving for an emergency fund. It's measurable, you can easily track progress. It's achievable, it targets an area one can easily cut on dining out. It's realistic, the monthly saving of $20 is practical. And it's time-bound, it must be achieved within 5 years. In addition, the goal has a clear plan of action on how you will achieve the savings, by cutting back down on dining out. The third major reason why your goal remains just like a dream is the lack of a clear plan of action. Even with a clear goal, it's important to have a clear plan of action on how to achieve it. This includes breaking down the goal into smaller manageable tasks, setting deadlines, and identifying potential obstacles. Clear actionable steps provide a well-defined roadmap, making it easier to stay focused, motivated, and to monitor your progress effectively. Let's illustrate this with an example. Ryan wants to save $1,200 in an emergency fund within the next 5 years, by cutting back on dining out and allocating $20 monthly. And here is Ryan's plan of action to achieve this goal. 1. Ryan has broken the goal into a yearly target of $240, and a monthly saving of $20. The monthly target of $20 is less daunting to the mind than $1,200. 2. He has decided to review monthly income and expenses to determine where to cut back on dining out expenses to free up the $20 monthly savings and allocate the same to emergency fund savings. 3. To reduce any temptation and distractions, he has set up an automatic transfer of $20 from the checking account to the emergency savings account at the beginning of each month. 4. He has decided to record his monthly saving in a spreadsheet to track monthly savings and overall progress toward the $1,200 goal. 5. Ryan also plans to recognize and celebrate key milestones, such as every $240 saved yearly, to stay motivated and focused on his goal. 6. He plans to periodically review and adjust his monthly budget to identify other areas to save money if needed to ensure the $20 can be consistently set aside. If there is any extra income or savings from other areas, he intends to direct it to emergency fund to reach the goal faster. The fourth major reason why don't realize your goals is the lack of a strong why. Without a clear and compelling reason behind a goal, it's harder to feel invested or motivated. Goals driven by external pressures or superficial desires often lack the deep emotional connection needed to sustain effort. A strong why acts as an anchor during challenges. Without it, setbacks or slow progress can feel overwhelming, increasing the likelihood of giving up. For instance, imagine someone sets a New Year's resolution to lose 20 kilograms because their friends are all on fitness journeys, or they feel pressured by societal beauty standards. The problem with this goal is that it is driven by external expectations, not a personal desire. When progress is slow or when challenges sets in, their motivation wanes because the goal lacks deep emotional connection. Consequently, the person will skip workouts or abandon the goal entirely because there's no internal drive to persist. To overcome this challenge, reflect deeply on why the goal matters to you. Ask questions like, what will achieving this goal bring to my life? How will it align with my values or long-term aspirations? Write down your why and revisit it regularly to stay focused and motivated. The fifth major reason why it's hard to stick to your yearly goals is fear of failure. Let's face it, failure is scary. And it's not just about the act of failing. It's about everything that comes with it. Fear of failure runs deep, shaped by psychological, social, and personal experiences. Here's how it manifests. 1. Social pressure. We live in a world that glorifies success and shames failure. Society often treats failure like a mark against your character or abilities. And this pressure can be suffocating, making us play it safe instead of chasing our dreams. 2. Fear of criticism. We often ask, what will people say if I fail? Will my family, friends, or colleagues judge me? This is fear of disapproval, and it can stop you before you even begin. 3. Past failures. Our past failures can be a major hindrance. Many people pose, why even bother trying again? Past setbacks can leave deep scars, making you believe that failure is inevitable, which is not true. 4. Fear of the unknown. Failure often brings with it uncertainty about the future. People may fear the consequences of failure, such as job loss, financial instability, or damaged relationships. In addition, the fear of losing control over a situation or outcome can be a significant driver of the fear of failure. 5. Perfectionism. This is the silent killer of dreams. Perfectionists set impossibly high standards and beat themselves up for falling short. But here's the truth. Chasing perfection is a fast track to paralysis. Instead, focus on progress, not perfection. How to break free from fear of failure. 1. Reframe failure. Instead of seeing failure as the end, view it as a stepping stone. Each setback is a learning lesson that brings you closer to your goals. 2. Focus on progress. Take small, consistent steps forward. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small, and let those build your confidence along the way. 3. Embrace the unknown. Life is unpredictable, but uncertainty is where growth and opportunities happen. Trust yourself to handle whatever comes your way. 4. Silence the critics. Remember, most people are too focused on their own lives to judge yours. And the few who do, their opinions don't define you. 5. Set realistic expectations. Ditch perfection. Aim for progress. Perfection will come as you learn, grow, and keep moving forward. Fear will always be there, but it doesn't have to control you. Take the leap, even if it feels scary, because on the other side of failure is the success you've been working toward. The sixth major reason why it's hard to stick to your yearly goals is resistance to change and comfort zones. Resistance to change stems from our brain's tendency to favor familiar routines, as they feel safe and predictable, even if they don't serve our long-term objectives. Stepping out of a comfort zone often triggers fear, uncertainty, and discomfort, which can discourage us from pursuing new habits that are aligned to our goals or tackling unfamiliar challenges. This natural inclination to avoid discomfort and maintain the status quo makes it difficult to embrace the consistent effort and resilience needed to achieve meaningful goals. Second, people naturally resist change, especially when it requires altering long-standing habits or beliefs. Let's illustrate this. Meet Kenneth, a young professional who receives net pay of $1,000 per month. Kenneth has a habit of spending most of the money immediately upon receiving it, driven by the excitement of having fresh funds and the need for instant gratification. Despite wanting to save $1,200 in emergency funds by the end of the year, Kenneth finds it challenging to hold on to the money as he has a habit of splurging on dining out, shopping, and entertainment. On average, Kenneth spends around 75% of the paycheck within the first few days. The excitement of payday leads him to impulsive spending, which gives him instant gratification and the sense of reward after working hard. And this, combined with the fact that he has no budget, mean all his money is virtually spent on non-essential items. Kenneth has done this for over 10 years, which make this habit deeply ingrained. Every time he tries to create a budget and allocate specific amounts for savings and discretionary spending, it feels restrictive and less enjoyable, and hence he slides back to his routine. Worse, his close cycle is made up of friends who enjoys instant gratification through impulsive spending, making it difficult for Kenneth to escape this routine of mindless spending. To overcome this challenge, Kenneth can set up automatic transfers to his emergency savings account as soon as the paycheck is received. This will eliminate the friction and temptation of manual saving, making it easy for him to save without thinking about it. Second, he should start mingling with like-minded friends, who prioritize saving as source of encouragement and accountability. The seventh barrier to goal achievement is poor time management. Many people struggle to accomplish their goals because they do not devote sufficient time and attention to their goals, often due to poor time management. Without clear priorities, distractions like social media often take over, and important tasks are neglected. However, by breaking goals into smaller, manageable steps and setting aside specific time for them, one can ensure consistent progress. Regular reflection and adjustment can help maintain focus, while visual reminders will keep your goals on top of mind. Effective time management is the foundation for these practices, as it ensures that energy and effort are directed toward meaningful actions rather than being lost to unproductive habits. The eighth reason is lack of established and aligned habits. Many people approach goals with enthusiasm but lack the routines needed to sustain progress. For instance, someone aiming to exercise regularly might not have a consistent schedule, making it easy to skip workouts. Without habits, every action requires conscious effort and willpower, which can quickly lead to decision fatigue and inconsistency. On the other hand, habits automate routine decisions and actions, and this eliminates conscious effort and mental resistance. Remember, motivation is often high at the start, but naturally fluctuates over time. Relying solely on motivation without ingrained habits can cause inconsistency, especially when enthusiasm wanes. Progress slows or stalls entirely when motivation dips, making it harder to reach the finish line. The ninth reason is lack of accountability. Having someone to hold you accountable for your goals can help you stay on track. This could be a friend, family member, or a coach. Having someone to check in keeps you focused on your progress and helps you stay committed. An accountability partner also offers motivation and encouragement, especially when you're feeling down or stuck without progress. The mentor can also provide constructive criticism and help you see things from a different perspective. In addition, knowing that someone else is aware of your goals makes you more likely to follow through, as you wouldn't want to disappoint them. It's also important to engage with like-minded people pursuing similar goals to enhance shared experiences and support to boost motivation. And finally, the 10th reason is lack of flexibility. Lack of flexibility is a huge barrier to goal achievement, especially considering that rarely do things go as planned. Unexpected events happen constantly: illnesses, family emergencies, job changes, etc. If you're rigidly stuck to your initial plan, these curveballs can completely derail you. What seems like a perfect plan on paper often hits roadblocks when put into action. Maybe your initial strategy isn't working, or new opportunities arise that weren't considered. Consequently, Inflexibility can cause you to miss out on valuable opportunities. If you're so focused on your original plan, you might not be open to new paths or adjustments that could lead to even greater success. So, what does flexibility look like in goal achievement? Being able to adjust your plan as needed based on new information or circumstances. Second, it means openness to change by being ready to explore new approaches or strategies if your initial plan isn't working. It also means regularly reviewing your progress and making necessary adjustments to your goals or timeline. It's important to focus on your overall objective and consider alternative ways to reach it if your original plan isn't feasible. And that wraps up today's episode. We've covered the 10 major reasons why so many of us struggle to stick with our goals, from expecting immediate results to the fear of failure, and explored practical strategies to break the cycle. Remember, achieving meaningful and life-changing goals isn't about perfection. It's about progress, persistence, and a strong sense of purpose. Whether it's building better habits, managing your time effectively, or finding your why, the key is to stay committed and flexible along the way. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave a review. Your support helps us reach more people and continue bringing you valuable content every week. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Let's keep striving for success, one step at a time.